this video I will go through the syllabus of the course CFD with open source software. The purpose of the course is to give an introduction to open source software for CFD, to give an introduction to OpenFOAM in order to get started, to introduce how to modify OpenFOAM for specific purposes, to generate and make available new tutorials on OpenFOAM usage, and to increase the use of OpenFOAM in Sweden and other countries. Note that this is not a course in the fundamentals of CFD or the finite volume method. It is more a practical course on OpenFOAM usage and development. The course is adapted to commuting students. There are 4 occasions. The first 3 occasions are lectures and hands-on workshop. After the first occasion, some homework should be done before the second occasion. After the second occasion, some homework should be done before the third occasion. And after the third occasion, the project work should be done before the project presentations. For the 2017 course, the first occasion is done at distance, while the other occasions are done on campus. After the presentation days, there is a review process to make sure that the reports are of good quality. Those who attend the on-campus lectures, please remind me to take breaks, because otherwise I will go on forever. The first occasion will cover an introduction on how to use the standard solvers, utilities and libraries of OpenFOAM, an introduction on how to post-process using Parafoam, an introduction to the organization of the tutorials, a quick look at plotting with GNUplot, XMGrace and Python, some hands-on exercises using utilities and function objects. A key idea throughout the entire course is that you should learn how to learn yourself after the course. There's no time for us to go through everything in the course, so by learning how to learn yourself, you can continue learning also after the course. After the first occasion, you should do the first assignment in the ping pong event. It should be submitted before the second occasion. During the course we will use material from various sources such as the OpenFOAM user guide and programmer's guide, and information that can be found in the OpenFOAM wiki, such as for instance the OpenFOAM Turbo Machinery Working Group, but I will also add my personal experience. At the second occasion we will have a look at the OpenFOAM source code directory structure. We will have a look at high-level programming and compilation of applications that are solvers and utilities. We will do a crash course in C++ and object orientation that will help you be able to read OpenFOAM. In this part we'll go through an entire book in C++, so there is a lot of information. We will use our new knowledge in C++ and object orientation by doing some high-level programming and compilation of libraries, turbulence models and boundary conditions. It's necessary to make sure that the code is bug-free, so we'll learn to do some debugging in different ways. Again, you should learn how to learn yourself after the course. There is a second assignment that should be handed in before the third occasion. At this point you should be able to investigate the code and find out what it does. You should also be able to make simple modifications to the code. The third occasion may differ between the years. We typically go through advanced OpenFOAM usage and development and other useful tools. We also have invited lecturers. As part of the third occasion you should choose your project. The project work should end up with a tutorial that should be presented at the final occasion and peer-reviewed by another participant. It is compulsory to attend the presentation days, and the tutorials from the students thus form a part of the course itself. After the third occasion you will work on your project at distance with supervision. The project work must be completely finished by the time of the presentation days, since the other students need to be able to follow it. At the fourth occasion all the students will present their tutorials in workshop format, so that the participants and the teacher can follow the instructions on their own computer. The slides, the written tutorial report and all the files must be available at least the evening before the presentation days. We will also sum up the course and do a course evaluation. It should be recalled that there is a review process after the project work. This increases the quality of the final tutorials that will be made available to the community. It is also an exercise of a scientific review process. During the course you will learn how to download, install, compile and run standard OpenFOAM solvers and utilities, how to implement solvers and utilities, how to implement libraries, the basics of C++ and object orientation, how to use OpenFOAM with other utilities such as Python, mforg, gnuplot, paraview and so on. You will learn the basics of Linux, Doxygen, compilation procedures, debugging, version control systems and VTK. The project work is in itself a learning outcome. Again, you will learn how to continue learning. And last but not least, you will help others learn OpenFOAM by writing a tutorial. You can find a lot of information about OpenFOAM on the internet. Thanks to the student tutorials, this course is actually one of the largest resources. There are of course books in programming, C++, computational fluid dynamics, the finite volume method and so on. Finally some acknowledgements and then we will move on to the next part.